Noisy Pixel.
I think puzzle games are best when they build the narrative within its design. As you progress through each challenge, you are rewarded with unlocking more pieces to a larger cinematic puzzle. It's because of this that I felt compelled to play through the Pathia games developed Ever Forward. Thankfully, I discovered a genuinely unique adventure as I traveled deeper down the rabbit hole of this mysterious world. Ever Forward slowly rolls out its narrative between puzzles and adventure segments. The story follows a girl named Maya as she finds herself biting off a little more than she can chew. The world is in a state of unrest as a pandemic threatens humanity and forces them to stay indoors, which kinda hits a little close to home. However, Maya now finds herself stuck between reality and a dream world as she assists her mom with finding a cure. There's definitely more to unpack with the game's story, but I'd hate to spoil it. What's important is how the developers make it easy to care about Maya's journey, as well as her relationship with her mom. Throughout the game's rather short runtime, I found myself emotionally invested in the characters' lives. Once all the pieces are in place, the trials you had to go through to get there make the conclusion well worth it. Adventure segments have players take control of Maya and roam around a sort of hub world where she can gain access to new levels. I appreciated the amount of detail that went into this world's design, as it was effortless to navigate even without a world map. There's not too much to do here outside of a few ways to interact with the world, so I would have liked exploration to be rewarded a little bit more so that there's something to do outside of the puzzles. When going into a level, the world completely changes and Maya is taken to a distorted reality. She can fly around using her robot friend, which allows her to access new puzzles. Each puzzle builds on itself by adding new elements and becoming more difficult the further you get into the game. It's not explicitly explained why Maya even has to do these puzzles from the get-go, but I didn't mind that. After each level, more details about Maya and her mom roll out until you get to the full picture of what is going on. It works as a means of story delivery, and there are a few twists thrown in to keep the narrative elements fresh. The puzzle designs themselves are actually enjoyable. Sure, I had to stop sometimes and analyze what to do, but I was never totally stumped. Your own skills mirror the scale of puzzle difficulty, but after the developers teach you a new trick, they will test you and put them to the test. Ever Forward has a few cool features that make the game more accessible. For one, you can save and load anywhere you like. This means that you can progress through a puzzle and save, so if you die, you aren't thrown back to the beginning. There are also a few checkpoints in the longer puzzles in case you forget. Furthermore, players can also skip puzzles and return to them later and not actually feel too rushed to get through them. There's no time limit or pushy notifications to make you feel like you're doing something wrong. The overall design of the game is charming. There's a distinct difference between design depending on which environment you're in. This makes the game feel more immersive and adds to the overall mystery. Maya's design is also well made as her hair and dress flow with the player's actions. One great feature is that each character is voiced and the music really sets the atmosphere for the adventure. The game is a little on the short side, taking me around 3 hours to complete the main story. However, I didn't feel like I wanted much more after I beat it. That's not to say that I wasn't emotionally invested, because I was, but I felt like the pacing was well timed to tell the story that the developers wanted to tell. However, the localization does come off a bit stale during the story scenes, and I felt that the team could have taken a little more liberties with the English text. Ever Forward is a captivating and emotionally charged puzzle adventure that doesn't overstay its welcome, with puzzle difficulty that naturally evolves throughout each level. Following Maya through this mysterious world was made easy thanks to the environmental designs, pacing, and overall accessibility. Aside from some stale story translations, Ever Forward is a great way to spend an evening. Noisy Pixel is giving Ever Forward an 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Please read the full review at noisypixel.net. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers who work hard to deliver news, reviews, previews, and more. Please subscribe to keep up with all our future content.